Hi, I'm Sean Langevin, Technology Coach K4 at the Mount Mansfield Modified Union. Hi.
Hi. This is not going well. Start it over.
Sean Langevin, Technology Coach.
And I'm Renee Langevin, Technology Coach, and we're introducing our new show called Inside the Box. It's going to be about innovative practices in our district.
But it's called Inside the Box because teachers every day are dealing with all sorts of constraints. Their time, budget, staffing, you name it. But there are educators that, in spite of all of those things, are able to best serve students. Did I miss it?
Nope. In this first episode, we are highlighting Kerry Young, who is a 5th and 6th grade teacher at Camel Middle School.
My name is Kerry Young, and I attended the George Curios conference with a few of my colleagues. And I walked away from that knowing that there were some changes I needed to make in my curriculum and with my students. One of the first things that George said to me was, if you were a kid, would you want to learn in your own classroom? And I was taken back by that. And I thought, I don't have a lot of choice, as much choice as I might want to learn about. So I made some decisions in my classroom how to incorporate more of that thinking of empowering students. So one of the first things I did was I turned it around and I asked my kids, how best can we learn about rocks and where should we go to get this information? And I sent them on a hunt, and they found all these terrific websites, and they were so mindful about what was best about those websites. They weren't too wordy, or they really showed a great video, or they had these great representations that made sense to them. I wouldn't have found all these great videos if I had been doing it all myself. So the fact that they found some really good ones and they were excited to share them, and it was a really powerful turnaround when they were doing the research and they could say, oh, that was my site. That's where that's the one I found, and it was really useful. So the kids were feeling very positive and powerful when it came to finding information and sharing it with others. A second thing that I walked away from the conference with was the necessity to sort of share what's going on in a really positive and an efficient way. I used to spend a lot of time on newsletters, but I found the power of video to be incredibly effective and actually really fun. So this idea of asking the kids, hey, what are you learning about today, seemed pretty simple, and we tried it out. We went on a couple of field trips, and after asking the kids, after experiencing the place and the setting and saying, what have you learned today? Their responses were so genuine and so unscripted and, quite honestly, serendipitous. I couldn't have asked for a better result.
Hey there, this is the Pride team, and we are at Lester's Quarry in South Hero, Vermont. We are back in time 420 million years ago, exploring Vermont's geological history, and we've learned a lot today. Mr. Gauss.
I learned that usually the stone that a fossil is made out of is darker than the stone that it's encased in.
Miss Peters.
Rocks have layers.
And Miss Scheisse.
I learned that the fossil, I thought the fossil was going to be bigger, but surprisingly they're very small.
All right, that's it from Lester's Quarry. Now we're heading off to University of Vermont. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
These were two changes that were really simple. Making a video doesn't take a lot of time. It's easy to set up. Asking kids to take more of an ownership of what they're learning, I think, was a philosophical change. You sort of assume as a teacher, I am the know-it-all, and I will help and impart this information, and to turn it around and ask kids, well, what do you think will be the best way to learn? What is, how do you want to find this information out, and trusting that they're going to do it? That was a little, it took me back a bit, but I was so tickled with the results. What kids were finding were really good. And as George said, if you're doing all of that work, you're denying them access to this learning opportunity, and the fact that they found things that I probably never would have found, and having so many hands on deck, it was a really empowering moment.
Do you know an innovative educator you'd like us to feature? Please contact us.